Scary Ratatou-three, The Finale, by Tom and Harry. In the smoky streets of New York, after the events of Scary Ratatou 2, there was a rat, hungry for flesh, thirsty for blood, eyes glowing very bright like a full moon in the night, fur as grey as a thundercloud. Griff perched inside the sewers, his underground city, a devilish glow illuminating from the gutter. Two little boys strolled past, unaware of the hell they were walking on top of. The rat waited patiently. He launched out like a jack-in-a-box at the fat one's head, sinking his fingers through ropes of hair. He struggled for a brief moment to gain control of the boy. His powers had been losing their strength. He was not the same rat he had been before. In a burst of energy from their master, the two boys were forced down into the sewers. The boys marched like slaves to their demise. They passed a sign, written in blood, with the words, "Griff's Gulag." Suddenly, the floor beneath their feet ended and the boys found themselves falling. Eyes watched and voices muttered around them. Like ghosts with bodies they stood, paranoid and afraid. Griff's presence had always dictated the atmosphere of the pit, and now, with him crouching inside the highest pipe like a god, the entire room was terrified. Griff fed in a frenzy on the 10 boys' unwilling throats, sparing only the fat one as a thrall for his next journey. Grinning like a clown, he ran his slender fingers through his hair and grabbed hold. Off through the sewers they went, towards the restaurant. The fat one scampered out of the drain, in the middle of a bustling road. Griff dismounted, leaving the boy a ragdoll to the vehicles, and snuck inside. He lied on the shelves, indifferent to the utensils, stalking his prey as he danced through pots and pans. A loud clash ruptured through the kitchen. The two chefs, Ling Ding and Long Dong, curiously peered at the sound. Griff launched like a bullet, grappling onto Long Dong's scalp. Now a slave to Griff's will, he pulled a knife to his partner. However, Long Dong resisted. A civil war of different orders erupted in his mind. Griff exalted all his energy to inject his instructions. However, his weakened powers restricted any more control, and Ling Ding fought back, pushing Long Dong to the ground. In a cunning final attempt, Griff wrapped his body around Long Dong's neck like a boa constrictor, getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Waving his arms like a drowning child, Long Dong's last breath formed the words, "Stab through him." Ling Ding swung a great swing, sliding through the layers of rat and man. Long Dong dropped to the floor, letting out blood like a sponge. Despite his raging agony, Griff scurried up Ling Ding's arm and into his hair. He manifested all the strength from his powers and controlled Ling Ding into aiming the knife at himself. "Please don't do this," he said. "My daughter will miss me." Ling Ding tried to stop the knife, but he lost control and pierced right through his throat. Ling Ding stood as if he was frozen, a statue built by pain. He crumbled to the ground and joined Long Dong in the afterlife, never to see his daughter again. Griff fell to the ground like a bird shot out of flight, a deep red waterfall gushing out his side. He attempted to lift himself back up, but the relentless wrath of agony kept him on the ground. Each thud of his eyelids echoed in his ears, as the risk of them not opening back up became more and more apparent. A flood of gratitude filled his body with every breath that he took. And as he laid on the floor, withering away, the thoughts started to compile in his mind. Griff had always had a drive inside of him, a drive to terrorize. But now that his seconds were dwindling, did anything change? Were there any feelings inside his heart, his mind, or wherever rats were meant to feel? Any remorseful thoughts, any aches of regret, any empathy at all? Among his last few breaths, Griff grinned to himself. He felt a sense of fulfillment with the suffering he had brought on the world.